Well, guys, hooray, you made it to lesson 100. Let's check our work. Number 1, we've got a cone. I drew the cone over here. First, they want us to find the volume of the cone. The volume is base times area of the base times the height, but remember on a cone we have to divide by 3. It's a third of the base area of the base times the height. Okay, so in this case, our base is a circle. So we do pi r squared times height of 8, divide the whole thing by 3. It said we could leave pi as pi, so when I did all my calculations, 96 pi inches cubed. Now the surface area was a little more difficult. Okay, so we learned that lateral surface area, we could use this formula here for a cone, pi rs, and s is our slant height. Okay, so, and they told us the slant height was 10 on this one, okay? So pi rs, and they said leave pi as pi, r is 6, s is 10, that's 60 pi inches square, okay? So that's our lateral surface area. But we have to also remember to include the area of the base, which we just found out from over here, right? Area of the base, 36 pi. So 60 pi for the lateral surface area, 36 pi for the area of the base. 60 pi and 36 pi make 96 pi inches square for the total surface area. Number 2. So it said on number 2 that we had 44% of the drive was bumpy. That means 56% was not bumpy. That gives us a total of 100. 11 miles of bumpy. How many total miles? So I got rid of the not bumpy category. 44 over 100 equals 11 over t. The total miles is 25 miles. Number 3, the attendance was down 8% from last year. So minus 8. My new percent is 92%. So if the attendance this year was 460, what was the attendance before the reduction? 100 over 92 equals original over 460. The original percent, or the original number rather, is 500. Number 4 is a probability problem. So on number 4, we have 2 reds, 3 whites, 5 blues in our bag. Probability of drawing out a red both times if we replace our first choice. 2 out of 10, which I reduced to 1 out of 5, times 1 out of 5 gives us 1 out of 25 on our A part, okay? That's an independent probability problem. Now B is a little different. B is the dependent one. We want to know the probability of drawing a red if we don't replace our first marble. So you should have done 1/5, which is 2 out of 10. Now we're going to keep that marble out, so we have to reduce our number of reds to 1 and reduce the total to 9. 1/5 times 1/9 is 1 over 45. Number 5, it tells us that the toy truck is a 1 to 18 scale replica of the original. Okay, so 1 unit on the toy is 18 units on the actual item. So the scale factor is 18. The actual dimensions on the real truck are 18 times bigger than the dimensions on the scale model, the toy truck. Okay, but the question asks for the ratio of the areas. Okay, so when I have to figure out how much bigger the area is, I take my scale factor and I square it, remember? Okay, so 18 squared is 324, so that means the area of the actual truck is 324 times bigger than the area of the toy truck. Number 7, radical 12 plus radical 27. I changed radical 12 to radical 4 times 3, took out the root of 4, which is 2, so radical 12 became 2 radical 3. 27 is radical 9 times 3, I took out the root of 9, which is 3. 3 radical 3. So now I have 2 radical 3 plus 3 radical 3. These are like, so I can add the 2 and the 3 to get 5 radical 3. Number 8, they give us this parabola and they ask us if this is a function. It is not a function. It does not pass the vertical line test. Our vertical line test says if I can draw a vertical line and the graph of the relation is touched more than once by my vertical line, it is not a function. Number 11 was difficult. Okay, so we have this pyramid on number 11, And it asks us in A to find the slant height of the pyramid. Okay, so here is kind of the face of the pyramid, okay? So what I did was they told me that the height of the figure is 8 inches. So I kind of acted like this was the top of my pyramid. I drew a height straight down that's 8 inches. That cut my base of my figure in half. Okay, the square base is 12. Half of that is 6. Okay, so I'm looking for the hypotenuse S, which is our slant height, of this little cross section of the inside of that pyramid. Okay, so think about, I've drawn a line from the apex down to the base, and then I've drawn a line from that point to the side. Okay, now my Pythagorean theorem, I get that the slant height is 10. Okay, so in B, they ask us to find the area of one of the faces. Okay, so I drew the face. Okay, now remember, we have a new height on that actual face. Okay, the height is our slant height if we're just talking about the face. Okay, so base times height divided by 2. Base is 12, height is 10. 12 times 10 is 120, divided by 2. 60 inches square. Okay, so then they ask for, on C, the total surface area of the pyramid. Total surface area of the pyramid. Here's one of the faces. There's one of the triangular faces, rather, times 4 of those gives me 240. And then the base of the pyramid is a square. 12 times 12 gives me 144. I combine my 240, my 144. The total surface area, 384 inches square. That one was a difficult one. Number 16 is a FOIL problem. 3x times 3x is 9x squared. Outside, 3x times positive 4 is positive 12x. Inside, negative 4 times positive 3x is negative 12x. Last, negative 4 times positive 4 is negative 16. Positive 12x and negative 12x drop out. I'm left with 9x squared and minus 16. Number 17 is another FOIL problem. First, x times x is x squared. Outside, x times negative 11 is negative 11x. Inside, negative 11 times x is negative 11x. Negative 11 times negative 11 is positive 121. Negative 11x and negative 11x combine. Final answer, x squared minus 22x plus 121. Number 18, they ask us to find the perimeter and area, rather area and perimeter, of a rectangle with these measurements, length and width. Okay, so I did base times height, or length times width, and 3x times x is 3x squared, positive 2 times x is positive 2x. So the area is 3x squared plus 2x. Perimeter, 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. 2 times 3x is 6x. 2 times positive 2 is positive 4. 2 times x is positive 2x. Combine 6x and positive 2x. The perimeter is 8x plus 4. 20. We've got to simplify this. We've got a negative exponent here. So that means this b is going to get pushed down here. So I'll end up with b to the third on the bottom. 72 divides by 36 gives me 2. M to the fourth, m to the third reduce. So this one is all gone, and this one is only 1 m left. X to the third and x to the third make 1. So I'm left with 2m over b to the third. 21. Negative 21 plus negative 24 make negative 45. Negative 21, instead of subtracting, I'm going to add the opposite. Okay, positive 24, negative 21 give me positive 3. Negative 45 divided by positive 3 give me negative 15. 22 is a combined like terms. 2x and 1x combine to give me 3x's. Positive 3y, negative 3y. I don't have any more y's. Positive 1 and positive 4 give me positive 5. 3x plus 5. 23, 50% of 2/3 of 1.5. So what I did was I changed 50% to 1/2. I changed 1.5 to 1 1/2, and then I just made it improper. So then these cancel, so I'm just left with 1/2. Okay, guys, hope you guys have a great day. Let me know if there's any of these that you need help on. Send me an email, send me a phone number, and we'll talk about it. Have a great day, guys. Bye.